to myself and walk my dog. That's what I'm doing, but they won't leave me alone. Literally, I can't sleep. I can only sleep because of what the protections I got, and it's only limited sleep because they still try to mess with me, but I'm able to sleep, you know. But it's just like, yeah, I'm not trying to start. Look, I even said on the line a bunch of times, just leave me alone and I won't post. Leave me alone. That's it. I'm not trying to get money. I'm not trying to get fame. Just leave me alone, and I'll stop posting. You'll know it's true. I don't talk to anybody ever. And when they left me, I asked them many times, just leave me alone, because I was putting stuff on there and I knew they weren't liking it. And it's real simple, to stop. And they have the power to stop, but they're just so egotistical. They're like, no, who is this guy? Fuck him. You know, who does he think he is? And then the more I just keep on posting, and yeah, the things I'm saying is true. And truth hurts. Truth hurts. That's why they're so angry. That's why they're so angry, because I'm telling the truth. If I was saying anything that wasn't the truth, then they can legally, like I'm saying shit about Amazon and shit. If I was saying bad things, called slander, I'd have a lawsuit slapped on me so fast. Correct? Yeah, they got more money than God. If I was saying like Aetna, they're sexually abusing me and blah blah blah, you would have a lawsuit on me so fast. There'd be a lawyer at my door. I know. All right, so I'm very careful what I say, because I know I could be sued. All right, so I'm not saying anything that's not factual. And you know, and if they want to press charges on me, fine, get the media on it. You know what I mean? Get me a lawyer. I'll be forced to get a lawyer. That's what I want. I can't get into court. So if they don't want that, that's why I can't get the police. I can't get a lawyer. They don't want to put me in court because they know I'm telling the truth. All right, so that's where we're at. I'm gonna do one step at a time. You know, yeah, be very calm. Yeah.
Think about, just focus on going to the psychiatrist appointment.
I got it in 9:30. I got an hour.
Yeah, and then just
call you after.
Focus on that.
Yeah.
And then after, call the cops and let them know you have no access to a printer.
Yeah.
Print stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any?
Another concern right now I have about the new state ID. You know, like if you know, I know. Do I have to go to the? I just went to the DMV to get my new ID. I just went like a couple months ago. Okay, but do I have to get another one for the real ID, because you're not allowed into government buildings?
No, I don't have my real ID.
Yeah, no, that was another technicality. Like, what happens if I try to go and try to get help and you don't have a real ID? Do I need to go get a real ID?
No.
Okay, because it's there like for flights and government buildings to restrict you access.
Exactly, you're right. If you're flying, then yeah. But I don't have mine, so no, you're.
But it's also not just flights.
My psychiatrist too.
But it's also government buildings. So it restricts access to government buildings. So I can go to a government building and try to get help, and they're like, "Oh no, you got to leave. You don't have a real ID." You know what I mean? It's also for that.
Yeah, and that's another question I would ask the cops. Is a real ID required? Because I do know it's required for flying, but is it required for me?
For state buildings, federal buildings, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I just trying to all technicalities, you know what I mean? Because
just write the questions down, Kenneth, and have all your ducks in a row, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Write the questions down.
Okay.
For your therapist.
Okay.
I'll let you go because it's 8:40
all right.
almost.
Okay.
So,
no, but I appreciate it, Brianna. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm even feeling guilty about Lisa, and she's torturing me. I don't know what it's called, the China syndrome. You know, your torture. You kind of have feelings. I don't have feelings for her. She's been nothing but hostile, but she did give me information and let me know, you know, and I thought that's why I thought they were trying to hunt her because they're like, oh, she's told you she's broke the non-disclosure agreement, so they were trying to come for her. I recognized that for what it was, and it was that they were gunning for her. I knew, you know, and yeah, so yeah, well, I'll do what you said. I'll keep everything down the plan, like I said, and I'll call you back when it happens. But I do appreciate it. If you're really trying to help me, Mama, please. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. It's happening. Okay. Okay. And Aetna's right behind me, right? Aetna's right behind me. Aetna is behind me, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm their case manager, and I'm 100% behind you. I understand your frustration.
Okay.
It was only me to help you.
Okay. I believe you. I believe you. That's why I didn't resist. How much resistance did I get? Even after I caught you lying, I read the brochures and I saw what it's about.
No, I was just misunderstanding. I thought you meant I was talking, but then when you said APS, sorry. I was just misunderstood. That was my fault. I just misunderstood the conversation. But yeah, it was. But
Okay.
it's on, like I said, on that day you report, and all they are is going to help you.
Okay.
I promise. That's it.
Thank-
They're not trying to block you off. They're
Okay.
not
Okay.
anything.
Okay. I believe
If
this.
it was the case, they would have done it then, right then and
Yeah, yeah. Okay. No, I believe you. I did the research, and I'm kind of hoping that's what the case is. Okay. So
yeah, they're just helping you for your own good.
yeah, I
Nothing
hope
else
so.
past
Because
that.
come on, what are they there for if not to help people like me? I mean, you understand? You know, I'm not doing anything. I'm being harassed.
I didn't report that.
Not
You're doing anything
not
wrong.
only harassed, but I'm being tortured.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I'm
It's
glad you told
torture.
her all this, and she has it on record now. So I'm glad
Okay.
that was discussed, because now
Okay.
it's all on record on
Okay.
her end.
And she
that's
witnessed
gonna
it
help you.
firsthand. And then look, they don't do it anymore. There's no more pounding in construction. It's so funny. It was going on, boo, boo, and it's all stopped.
Yeah.
Literally, it's so ironic, you know. Now it doesn't happen anymore, and that's funny. Everything stopped
Yeah.
now. No, as far as the construction, they're still doing all the stuff. But as far as the 24-hour construction, but the sirens and the flushing the toilet, slamming the door, the elevator is still happening. This is a construction stop. You know what I mean? But the pounding and everything's still happening. It hasn't stopped. They're just being more careful because they know they got caught.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. But I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Keep in contact. I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, and just like you said, please, like the little advice, like keep calm, keep calm. Those are the things I need to hear, because those are the things like I can really slip up on, and try to get everything out really fast and say too much. And I know I get like that. I talk a lot. So
No, and I'm here to listen. It's not you. I'm here to listen. That's another thing. I'm
Okay.
right behind you.
all right.
here
I
to
believe you,
listen.
Brianna. I believe you. Let's,
Yeah.
we'll take one step at a
How
time.
long have I been working with you and trying to help you? I've never, it's not anything past medical insurance, and that was I had to do that, or I would have lost my job. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I knew it was you. I mean, because I don't talk to anybody else. The process of elimination. No matter if you would have told me no 100 times, I wouldn't have believed you, because there's only two people I talk to.
Yeah, there was a misunderstanding, and I apologize. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it was only to help you.
Okay.
Not to put you in jail. Not to. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with your neighbors.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, because it's really crazy, and I need help. I got the president of the United States, the FBI, and it's like I can't fight this. I can't. And I'm gonna wind up in jail, and what happens when I go to jail is not gonna be good. Do you understand what happens to people in Cook County Jail? Trust me, it's not gonna be good for me. Okay? That's why I'm trying to avoid the county. I don't do anything, but that's what they're doing. They're sending people at me on the streets trying to provoke me. Of course I'm gonna get mad if somebody tries to run over my dog. Of course I'm gonna get upset if a guy keeps following me, that keeps up the gun on me and keeps following me. What are the chances that, how many times when you go outside you run into the same person, your neighbor, all the time, no matter what time you go out? You only go one day out, one time a day, and you keep on running the same guy, no matter what route you take. Do you understand? If I take the sidewalk, if I take the grass, if I take the bike path, he's on the same path that I'm at all the time. Like, as soon as I go out. That's very fishy, correct?
Yeah. No,
Yeah, and you don't have to say anything, but it's just like, it's very fishy, and I'm the one being charged with this shit because I called him a fucking faggot. You know what I mean? I didn't threaten to kill him. I just said, hey, what are you fucking following me, you fucking faggot? What, and that was it. I got pissed, but there was a fence between me, and I didn't. He made. Can I read you some of the things he said really quick? He said, okay, these are the things that stood out. Okay. Okay.
I just want to make sure you don't miss your appointment.
No, 9:30, and I have everything charging right now. But it's just like, okay. Okay, when his defendant came to my apartment, knocking on door, accusing me of making noise, as I was putting my key in the lock, just getting house. It's very bad English.
No, it's okay. You're trying to appointment.
Okay.
Take your time.
Let me put my glasses on because I can't read this. Okay, wait a second. The noise, I was putting my key in the lock, just getting home, started threatening me and trying to enter my home. That's not true.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to enter his home. You see how he says these key words? I was threatening his life, and then it wasn't on the report. It's not. I never said. It doesn't say I was threatening his life, but that's what he told the police, and that's why they were going to arrest me. But it's not on the report that I threatened his life. And then it says, yeah, that I tried to enter his home. That's home invasion. I didn't try to enter his home, but you see the key words he's using? And then, hold on, that's not it.
Yeah.
Okay, then defendant walks up to me with a GoPro, saying he hasn't seen me in a while, recording me in my face. He starts threatening me to fight. Yeah, I told him he was a fucking, I called him a name, I didn't threaten his life. And then it says, defendant greets me in the hallway at elevator, naked, with just underwear on, trying to force himself on me. What? And this is on the police reports. Do you see what he's using key words to try to make it so much more? And that's why the Illinois Supreme Court's involved, which is totally irregular. It doesn't, nothing starts off in the Illinois Supreme Court, nothing.